Why do you keep gaining weight? Here's a story you might recognize. Someone who feels they eat pretty normally, busy days, the odd treat, and yet year after year the weight quietly climbs. And a cruel little voice says, "I just need more willpower." But what if that's the wrong story? If this is you, please know you are far from alone. By recent national data, around 2 in 5 Indian adults now carry extra fat around the middle, and roughly 180 million of us are living with extra weight. So today, no fear, just the why your body gains weight and why it fights so hard to keep it. Let's clear up the biggest myth of all, that weight is simply willpower. Well, the science says it isn't. Yes, gaining weight means more energy coming in than going out, that part is real. But that tidy equation hides something. Your body is not a calculator. It actively defends its weight. Your appetite isn't a fresh choice each morning, it's driven by powerful hormones. And you live in an environment built to make you eat more. So gaining weight today isn't proof that you're weak. For most people, it's proof that you're human. So what's actually happening inside? Picture a weight thermostat. Your body has a level it treats as normal and defends it using hormones. Two matter most. Leptin from your fat tissue is the "I've had enough" signal. Ghrelin from your empty stomach is the "I'm hungry" signal. The twist: when you lose weight, your body reacts as if you're starving. Hunger hormones rise, fullness hormones fall and stay shifted for months. At the same time, you burn a little less than before. This is completely normal, and exactly why slow, gentle change beats starving yourself. It is not a reason to eat less and less. So when a diet feels impossibly hard a few weeks in, that isn't weakness. It's your biology doing its job. Now the part almost nobody is told. Most weight gain is slow and silent. It doesn't arrive in one weekend of feasting. It builds from tiny daily surpluses, far too small to feel, the kind no single meal ever causes on its own. That's why it feels like it just happened. You didn't fail on one big day. The world around you simply nudged the easy, default choice a little too generous, over and over quietly for years. So what's driving that slow climb? Several things together. The biggest lever is the food itself. Ultra-processed foods, packaged snacks, biscuits, instant everything are engineered to be easy to overeat, so we eat substantially more without noticing. Refined carbohydrates are close behind. White rice, my duh, refined flour snacks digest fast and leave you hungry again soon. Liquid calories are especially sneaky, sugary drinks, and alcohol slip past your fullness signals. Then there's too little sleep, which lifts hunger hormones the next day. Chronic stress, which nudges fat toward your belly, and a life of sitting. None of these is a moral failing. They're simply the water we now swim in. And for us in India, there's a twist that makes this more urgent. We carry our weight differently. At the same body size, South Asians tend to carry more fat, and more of the dangerous kind deep around the organs than Europeans. Doctors call it the thin fat pattern. It means health risk doesn't always show on the scale, which is exactly why we use a simple waist check and a few blood tests, not looks. That's not a reason to distrust your body. It's why we develop diabetes and heart disease at lower weights and younger ages. What's inside may be invisible, but it is completely measurable. Now let's gently bust the excuse we've all reached for. It's my age, my metabolism has crashed. Mostly it hasn't. In a landmark study of thousands of people, the rate your body burns energy stayed remarkably steady from the 20s to about 60. It doesn't nosedive at 30 or 40. What truly changes in midlife is this: we move less and slowly lose muscle, and muscle is the engine that burns energy, so losing it really does lower your burn. But here's the good news: muscle is rebuildable. A little strength work brings the engine back. So the gain we blame on a broken metabolism is, far more often, a quiet change in how we live, which you can change back. So how do you know where you stand? First, don't trust the bathroom scale alone. A better number is your waist. Measure with a tape around your belly button just after breathing out. For Indian women, above about 80 centimeters. For men, above 90, is a useful signal, not a grade, that it's worth talking to your doctor about the fat deep inside. It tells you about your health risk, nothing about your worth. And second, know when weight gain is a medical message. If it's sudden, several kilos in 1 week, or comes with swelling or breathlessness, that is not just metabolism. That's a reason to see a doctor soon. Because sometimes weight gain genuinely has a medical cause. An underactive thyroid is the suspect everyone blames. In truth, it usually explains only a few kilos, much of it fluid, but it's easily checked with one blood test. In women, polycystic ovary syndrome and insulin resistance are very common in India and can make weight stubborn around the middle. The menopause shifts fat toward the belly as estrogen falls. And several everyday medicines, certain steroids, some psychiatric and diabetes medicines, a few blood pressure tablets, can cause weight gain. If that's you, never stop a prescribed medicine on your own, talk to your doctor. There are often alternatives. A simple set of tests can rule the big causes in or out. And that brings us to the heart of this channel. No fear, just the why. Your weight is not a report card on your willpower. It is not a measure of your worth. It's the result of your biology, your hormones, your history, and the world around you, most of which was never your choice. But here's the hopeful part. The levers that genuinely move it are real, understood, and almost all within your reach. You don't need shame. You just need the right few things to pull. So let's talk about those levers in the order that matters. First and most powerful, the food. You cannot outwalk or outgym a poor diet. What's on your plate matters far more than what you do at the park. And the most useful move isn't cutting, it's crowding in. Build each meal around protein and fiber. Eggs, dal, paneer, vegetables, whole grains, about a palm-sized portion of protein each time, because protein settles hunger best and guards your muscle. Swap refined grains for whole ones, sugary drinks for water. Add a little strength work twice a week to keep that muscle. Protect your sleep and your calm and keep moving all day. Diet drives the change, movement, muscle, and sleep keep it. Now, how to do this without it backfiring. If you do choose to lose weight, slow and gentle is safest. Crash diets backfire because your body fights back and the weight tends to return. That's not a personal failure, it's the body doing its job. So there's no number you have to hit and no rush. For many people, the goal isn't a smaller body at all. It's steadier blood sugar, lower blood pressure, better sleep. Even 5 to 10% delivers those, long before any ideal on the scale. So judge progress by how you feel and the habits you keep, not a weekly weigh-in. Swap one sugary drink for water. Put vegetables and protein on the plate first. Small, repeatable kind, that's what works. And finally, the medicines everyone's talking about. Semaglutide and tirzepatide, sold as Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro. They're lab-made copies of one of your own gut hormones, a fullness signal turned up. They genuinely quieten hunger. In trials for people with a real medical need, they've produced significant weight loss, often in the mid-teens to around 20%. That's real medicine for a real condition, not vanity, not cheating. But the honest part matters. They're prescription drugs decided with a doctor for higher-risk weight, not a target to chase. Side effects are common, most often nausea, and in India they're costly, often 10 to 25,000 rupees a month. And for many, especially with insulin resistance or PCOS, this isn't a quick fix. Like a blood pressure tablet, stop it and the biology returns. Whether it's a short kickstart or a longer plan is for you and your doctor. So why do you keep gaining weight? Not because you're lazy and not because you're weak. Because your body defends its weight, your hunger runs on hormones, and you live in a world built to feed them. And because, for South Asians especially, even a normal scale can hide real risk. But the way forward is just as real. Check your waist, not only the scale, crowd in protein and fiber, keep your muscle, protect your sleep, and get checked if something feels wrong. Want all of this on one page? The waist guide, the food swaps, and the red flags to never ignore. Comment the word honest, and we'll send you our free cheat sheet. If this replaced even a little guilt with understanding, that's exactly why we're here. Subscribe and send it to someone who's been blaming themselves for a number on a scale. Then go and be a little kinder to yourself. We make health make sense. One important note. This is general information, not medical advice and not a personalized plan for losing weight. Don't start, stop, or change any medicine based on a video. Always speak with your own doctor. If you ever notice rapid, unexplained weight gain, especially with swelling or breathlessness, please have it checked promptly. And if counting calories or stepping on a scale makes you anxious, you can skip both, none of this needs them. If your relationship with food or your body feels distressing, please reach out to someone you trust or a professional. The goal was never a number on a scale, just a little more understanding and a little less fear.